I might be crazy, but the intro theme for the X-Men anime series reminds me of Whitney Houston. I mean, take a listen.
Whatever you want from me, I'm giving you everything. I'm your baby tonight.
Finally, my makeup makes much more sense now. X-Men, Uncanny X-Men, Extraordinary X-Men, X-Men but without the man. The X-Men are a group of mutants led by Professor Xavier, who have superpowers and special capabilities that were born with the X gene. They're up against Holocaust survivor and sympathetic villain Magneto, and the Brotherhood of Mutants. While the former are trying to spread peace with the normal humans, even if most of them hate them, the latter wants them extinct, and become the next stage of humanity. It's no secret that it has allegories of civil rights, so it's best to say they did it better than David Cage with Detroit. Outside of comics, there is of course the 90s animated series, X-Men Evolution, Wolverine and the X-Men, because fuck Cyclops, doesn't deserve to be the leader, and there's also the longest running superhero film series of the 21st century, which are of variety and quality. You know what else is of variety and quality? Video games. Let's see one of the best and the worst of them today. First up is the 1989 NES game, published by LJN and made by, fuck. Wow, what a barren main menu. Makes it look like the game hasn't left the beta stage. As for gameplay, it makes it look like the game hasn't left the alpha stage. Before delving into it, let's see what units I can play. There's Chris Boris, Chris Boris, Chris Boris, Chris Boris, Chris Boris, and my favorite, Chris Boris. And I also have to choose a partner, eh? Forced co-op spells doom to me. And I'm right. This is a top-down-esque action game, similar to Ikari Warriors, except instead of guns, it's punches or their signature powers. Colossus, Wolverine, and Nightcrawler can only attack with their punches, whereas Storm, Iceman, and Cyclops shoot projectiles. They also have powers outside of attacking, like Storm's hovering, and Nightcrawler is walking through walls, even though that's Kitty Pryde's thing. Come on, you know you want to put her in, why are you so afraid? I need a drink. Shit, I'm not Jean Grey. The game has 4 levels that you can select in any order, 5 if you can't practice. They are chock full of annoying enemies that literally make you a pushover, entry rates that get blocked and you have to wait like 10 seconds till you get a small chance to pass through, and passageways that will get you lost. The enemies are just bad, and it's only made worse when your AI partner is dumb as rocks. Most of the time they don't follow you and die the quickest. You can switch characters by pressing select, but that wouldn't matter much due to the artificial difficulty of the game. Maybe if removing the AI partner mechanic and fixed the cheapness of the enemies and obstacles, this would have been a decent game. There are items that you can pick up, like Time Freeze, Screen Killer, Invisibility, Health Kits, and a magnet which freezes you for a few seconds. Okay, how fucking fair is that? Your objective is to try going to the end of the stage, beat a boss, and get to the beginning before time runs out to finish it. But considering how the enemies behave and how amazing they are, it's almost impossible. Completing all 4 main levels and hold select B and up, then press start on the menu unlocks the last one where you get to fight Magneto. But I didn't get to finish any level, even with the emulator's reverse feature, so fuck it. Graphics are okay, they look monochrome, which is kind of expected for an NES game. Sound is decent, but get used to Cyclops' ear-piercing lasers. In short, this is as bad as my old videos. Right, Sassy? Yeah, right! What a spicy take that was! And cut! I just realized something. You could make a great stunt double. I cut my hair for this? Lastly, I'll be covering the Mega Drive game made in 1993 by Western Technologies. Judging from their webpage, they sure don't look and sound like a game developer to me. Sometimes, you have to crush your enemies where they live. Woo! Stalking! You get to play one of 4 mutants, Nightcrawler, Wolverine, Gambit, and Cyclops. And if one of them die, you have to choose another until they're all dead. Thankfully, there's no co-op, but that doesn't stop it from making you his bitch. I chose Cyclops because lasers, and I hate that I have to wait until you're placed into the level. So basically, you're in the danger room and it's shifting you to simulations of places like a jungle or some spaceship. Spoiler alert, Magneto is infected and the heroes are oblivious to it until later in the game. The first level is the Savage Land, and the goal of the game is pretty much to get to the end of the stage and beat a boss. Here you confront with tribesmen, pterodactyls, and these annoying flies. They're so hard to kill them, it's just so absurd. B is for basic punches and kicks, A is for your special attack, which is limited, yet it can regenerate very slowly, and C is for jumping. Pretty simple for a hard game. Aside from the enemies, you also have switches that activate stuff like spikes and walls. You also have platforms that rotate later in the level, so you have to be quick to jump out to another. Thankfully, you don't die instantly when you fall into a pit, and Jean Grey saves you at the cost of a bit of your health. In this level, there's a mid-boss, Juggernaut. And at first, I didn't know where to hit him. I tried lasers, but that didn't work. You actually have to hit his head, and you have to get out of it quickly before you get hit. It's really challenging. If this is level 1, I hate to see the rest of it. You also have a backup thing. By pressing start, it goes like one of the bottom mutants to help you, like some screen clear and there are some places to broken arcade, judging from a text walkthrough. Iceman, however, will create a bridge to the first gaps, and he is important in a later stage. The last boss in the stage is Zaldan, and you only get to attack him when she isn't charging hers. It's quite easier said than done. After that, you can replenish your health in the Dage Room, and the next level is the Shi'ar Vampire. I hope I didn't butcher the spelling. With soldiers on hoverbikes and 2 layers in one stage. I gave up on this level simply due to how somewhat messy it is and how clueless I was. I was supposed to hit these 3 panels to pass through. Graphics are quite nice, at the cost of the frame rate being looked at. I think it's 30 FPS, but not entirely sure. As if that matters. Audio is good as well. I quite like the sound when Zaldan launches her energy ball. Music is alright, rocking beats and juggle drums in the first level. It's pleasant to hear and doesn't sound that repetitive. Expanding on the Mega Drive is quite difficult. Sad to God that I only finished 1.5 stages in the game. I'm sorry, but the first level was just hard. Not sure if I could recommend it for a casual player, but if you're into that sort of hard stuff, sure, why not? I'm basically scratching the surface right now, huh? Oh my god, really? This is the last part of your theme month, and this is the best you can do? You wasted all that potential in that Spider-Man video, and now this feels anticlimactic. What the fuck is wrong with you? She'll come back.